The spotted gnoll without any penalties, right? There's no cover penalties?
Um,
So, I mean, at that distance, if you're doing like a sine versus cosine or anything like that, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be that much of a cover.
yeah, right, let's say no cover.
See, kids, math does help.
Yeah,
And
except
English,
for the fact
English doesn't, apparently.
to be fair, your math was just, I'm gonna say something that sounds like math, even though it's not necessarily relevant.
Yeah, it's not at all relevant in any way whatsoever. The rule is you gotta draw lines from the corners, and if any line passes through another square, which it would pass through these squares, and provide cover, but we'll just say it's an insignificant amount and you don't get no cover penalty.
Okay, so spotted gnoll. 21 for 8 points of damage, and him and his partner right next to him get a -2 penalty to attack rolls. And then Corvus is gonna run away! Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, into the room actually.
And the gnoll is stung. Man, I don't think you've missed once with Corvus. Corvus is on fire
No,
tonight.
I don't think I have, which, I mean, is kind of scaring me there.
Well, I have nothing to console you with. That ends round 5. All the hyenas are down as we move into round 6. And the grassy gnoll takes a shot at a Winter. And pegs the elf for 9 damage, Winter down to 23 out of 45. The grassy gnoll calls back and says, "Hit the elf, he's easy."
I'm not easy. I take relationships very seriously.
I think Doug would be proud of that.
He also says, "You're gonna pay for this, Coltane."
Massimo moves into the chamber as ordered. The spotted gnoll takes a shot at Winter. But Winter manages to dodge one. I guess the gnoll was a little too overconfident by the grassy gnoll's assertion.
Oh man, I had the damage window open.
Well, the burly gnoll is now taking a shot, so you never know. Yep. Hope you
13?
didn't close that. Winter is pegged in the gut for 9 damage, bringing him down to 16, I believe, out of 45. 14 out of 45.
Wait, did I just... Somehow I double took 9 damage?
No. Oh yeah.
But
It didn't count as double though, did it?
I don't think so.
Okay, well keep an eye on it, make sure... Sometimes, I've seen it happen once that the damage gets applied like a minute later, so just keep an eye on that, make sure your HP remains at 14. And thankfully Winter is now up.
He says, "Damn it, Coltane!" And he shoots the grassy gnoll.
He might miss.
With a twin strike.
Double the chance to fumble. It's okay, Coltane's gonna be a good guy and tank the hits.
That's a 12 and a 13.
Double miss.
Winter just... GTF.
Slinks away.
No, I think he might use this. No, he can't. That's it.
Alright. Coltane.
Coltane looks around, sees that there are no more allies that need shielding,
Come on, Coltane. Be the hero Gotham needs.
and he charges into the room, standing on top of the unconscious hyena.
Stepping on its skull and crushing it.
No!
In case that's not obvious to the viewers, that was sarcasm on my part. That does not happen.
That looks like a really angry boar.
Does Coltane illuminate the room?
Well, let's find out how much of the room he illuminates. A good portion of it.
It's a dire boar.
It's dire indeed.
Oh no. Those friggin... Oh man.
It's infected now.
It's the same room that the gnolls were in.
What is at the end of the room?
Those are tables.
Blocking our way.
Well, you can walk over them. Or go under them.
Huh.
This isn't a video game where there's invisible geometry that's gonna block you. So that was over for Coltane?
No, he just walked into the room. He hasn't finished walking. It's only 2 moves. He'll continue moving into the room. He says, "Darn it! I think those gnolls are going to appear at the far end of the room. Ready yourselves, friends."
So the dire boar, again, it's got arrows sticking out of it, and as you approach, it's straining at its chains, snorting at all of you aggressively. On the far end of the room, you can see some a barrel with some weapons. There's arrows on the floor, some bows. Seems to be something of an armory, but none of the weapons appear that impressive from this distance.
So they were doing target practice when we walked in. Yes.
Yeah, the dire boar has it has fresh blood on it as well as a lot of dried blood in its fur.
Hello, friend.
He saw how you treat your friends.
It's not dead. The other ones are dead. It's sleeping, very peacefully. Probably hasn't had the chance to rest like that for quite a while.
I'm sure the animal understands the complexities of.
Well, he could tell it's not dead.
How could he tell it's not dead? Because he sees the little Z's?
Well, it depends on the animal, but sometimes a dead animal will exude a different smell.
But there's kind of a lot of dead animals around it.
No, but what I mean is this live animal would be exuding a different smell.
So he'd still think that it's just on the floor bleeding to death?
Perhaps.
I mean, I think the whole concept of knocking someone out for mercy is kind of lost on animal intelligence.
Oh, you never know.
It's true, this might be a polymorphed wizard.
Oh god. Is this shock?
Alright, and Coltane decides to move further down in preparation for gnolly attacks.
Should I close the doors?
And just in case, because he has a bad feeling about this,
Who do you think you are, Steven?
he's going to, He's gonna use his cloak of resistance to activate it, to give him damage resistance, just in case 4 gnolls decide to attack him next turn. The condition says defense bonus, but that's because there is no damage resistance token.
Do you have any inspiring words left? Because Winter and
he has all of his
Massimo-
inspiring words left, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Winter's taking cover behind a dire boar.
What's to say the dire boar doesn't get out? And also, what's to say the dudes don't come through this door? We would just went through it too.
Then they'd have to move in the darkness.
They don't necessarily have a problem with that.
How about you close the doors?
Because there's a bunch of carcasses blocking the way?
Well, I could probably manage that, but they could still open the doors.
Then bring out your own light source and illuminate the area.
But then she can't dual-wield axes.
Just throw a torch on the ground, it doesn't matter. If I were the gnolls, I would go behind
is this
the
over for
table.
Colton?
Yes. It's...
Nima.
I don't think I have any torches. I do have a sunrod, though. Is that a torch?
That's a lot better than a torch. And it's not going to risk burning anything.
And they're not that
But
expensive.
that's the cool thing about torches.
Now, if you want a fire hazard, take lanterns with you.
Oil?
Well, yes. I don't know what other kind of lantern there is. Other than, I guess, magic, but...
I just realized I haven't been using up arrows for Corvus.
How many arrows does Corvus have?
141.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Cool.
So...
He technically doesn't even shoot arrows.
Yeah, that's true. So what would it take for me to take out a sunrod from my backpack and figure out a way to keep using the sunrod and my axes?
Well, minor action to take out the sunrod, minor action to activate it.
Oh, you have to activate it?
Yeah, it has a 2-hour or some kind of
4 hour.
lifespan. 4 hour now in 4th edition.
Right. Is it possible to, like, tie it to my... No, I'd have to have rope too, which I do have. But all this stuff, how long would it take?
It sounds like a lot of actions.
You can just toss it on the ground. I'm pretty sure it's not, like, I mean, we just want to illuminate the room, right?
It'd be more useful if I could move around with it. I guess I could pick it up later.
If you toss it into the other corridor, that'll light up most of the area we're interested in.
Right, so minor action to take it out, minor action to activate it. Would it be a minor action to throw it into the corridor as well?
Yeah, but that calls into question what are you going to do with the axes in your hands? Or are you going to reach it
Yeah,
with your
I
axes?
was wondering that too. Sorry?
No, that was just a flippant remark.
How about you start with minor action, put away an axe, minor action, pull out the sunrod, minor action, activate the sunrod, and then on your next turn you can do more.
I will do that. So I stop wielding my hand axe. Unless I could drop it. Can I drop it?
You can.
Because I have hand axes on me. So I will drop it.
So that means in this turn you will be throwing the sunrod, into the corridor?
Yes.
Point at the square you'd like it in?
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Was that here? Or there? Alright, so Nima tosses a lit sunrod into the corridor.
So, seeing as I've just dropped my hand axe,
You can pick it up as a minor action next turn.
okay. So that's all 3 actions there, right?
That it is.
Sorry I'm taking so long, guys.
The ugly gnoll walks into the room and takes a shot at Coltane. But misses, as he takes cover behind the table. Wrecked.
I would really like to save my healing, at least for now.
Then save it.
Rect is gonna move closer towards the gnolls, well, the bottom there.
No, no, go the other way, go the other way.
Why go the other way?
So that you
Oh,
can
because I cover? Yeah, good idea. And that is my double move, and... Nuts! He's 6 squares away! Ah.
Corvus.
Let me think. Corvus should probably just shoot. Okay, well, Corvus, yeah, he'll move forward and shoot.
Then the ugly gnoll has cover from the tables. All cover is
standard
regular
cover.
cover unless otherwise stated.
Okay. Let me see. I guess Biting Swarm would probably be the most effective power here. Oh, I forgot the... Oh well, it doesn't matter, I miss anyways. I forgot the -2 from the cover, but rolls a 2. So that's a 2 roll for technically 8, so miss.
Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah.
Thus ends round 6. On to round 7, we still have the 4 gnolls all standing. And this dire boar doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but it is presently contained by that chain. And, well, the pen doesn't really seem like it would do much to contain the dire boar. It was probably more to keep the gnolls, the hyenas rather. Yeah, to keep the gnolls out. To keep the hyenas from getting too close. The grassy gnoll enters and shoots at Coltane. Strikes for 5 damage, but that 5 damage is absorbed by Coltane's puke cloak.
Ha! I knew it was a good idea. He flourishes it proudly.
How long does that last?
Just this turn.
Massimo rushes forward and with a roar hurls an eldritch blast at the ugly gnoll, nailing him in the face.